everybody, and welcome to Orientation, a virtual series where we will be orienting you to culture's next generation in hip-hop and R&B. My name is Shanice. I am the creator and founder of Orientation. I'm so excited to kick off this next episode. Orientation will be getting you acclimated to some of hip-hop and R&B's most popular artists, which is why I'm so honored to have our guest for today. You may know her in her role as Jackie in Peacock's hit TV show BEL-AIR, or from her fire freestyle Hell Nah from On the Radar that's been circulating everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the talented Miss Jazlyn Martin. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Orientation is here to basically get your fans acclimated to you, learn more about you from your humble beginnings to where you aspire to be. So we're going to go ahead and hop into some questions. So to start off, I read that you've been singing since like a really early age. Can you just tell me a little bit about like what inspired your journey to get into the industry and just singing in general?
Yeah. So my dad is a musician, so I grew up with music in the household, Prince, Stevie Wonder, just great icons. So legends. I just looked up to my dad and, I grew up seeing him on stage and him performing, and he's a very shy person, extremely, but on stage he like transforms into a whole different human being, and I was like, wow, I want to do that.
Amazing. So what type of musician is your...
He does a lot of funk, jazz, R&B. Prince was his #1 guy.
Nice.
He grew up doing Michael Jackson everywhere with the glove and everything. So
I love that.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's fire. So what kind of inspired you to, outside of him, and just like what influences do you have specifically within the industry?
Yeah, I definitely say Stevie Wonder, Beyonce, Jill Scott. I think all of them range. I think they all are extreme vocalists and performers. And so, yeah, I just loved how music made me feel and how you can transform within music. And it just, seeing my dad, kind of like turned into Superman, I was like, I want to do that.
For sure. For sure. Now, in your role on BEL-AIR, it seems to be a perfect blend of like complexity and emotional depth. Can you tell me how your role as Jackie on that show inspires your music or just your artistry in general?
A lot, actually. I think art does a beautiful thing where it allows you to step outside of yourself and outside of your perspective and, try to help people heal through whatever they're going through. And I think Jackie is a very broken girl, and I think a lot of people like to claim her as other words, but I think at the end of the day, she's broken like all of us. And so I think, just being vulnerable, which is not an easy thing to do as a woman and as a Black woman. And so I think like perfect, I feel like we always have to be on this pedestal. We always have to be twice as good as everyone else to make it. And so I think it's just really having that empathy for myself and for others and having the grace for others, because it's very easy to judge someone you don't know and what they've been through.
For sure. How do you channel some of those emotions into your music specifically?
Oh, that's a great question. How do I do that? I naturally am not a very vulnerable person.
Okay.
I'm a very, very strong, and I think art allows me to like be, how do I say this? I think art allows me to explore the sides of me that I try to dismiss, like the soft, the vulnerable, the, submissive side. You know? I think art is a safe space to do that and to express that. So I think music allows me to do that, and especially acting. I try not to pull from my personal experiences, but really create the world of the character.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a really cool way to approach, your art, whether it be, singing or writing in addition to acting. That said, how do you balance both music and acting, and how do you determine really what gets your attention and your energy, things of that nature?
Another great question. I don't think I have it all figured out. I think I do naturally balance things very well, but I like to say just because, I carry it well doesn't mean it's not heavy. And I think both of them do such different things for me. Again, I'm still trying to figure out how to balance both. And what was the second question?
Mostly, well, to follow up on that, like, what is it that you do as far as like any personal regimens that you have to stay balanced between, your heavy workload between music as well as acting?
I definitely say a lot of family time. I'm blessed to say like my family's from LA and they're here, so I get to spend a lot of time with them.
Awesome.
And then, I really like self-care, so I like to take myself on dates, little
As you
movie
should.
dates, dinner dates, and
As
just
you should.
pour into me so I can pour into others.
For sure. I definitely, have been navigating a lot, and I definitely always keep at the forefront that like I can't give anything if I'm empty. Like it's really important to, take the time out and pour into yourself and do all the things, especially with the climate of the world right now.
Yeah.
Shit is weird. So I think it's important for everybody, honestly, to just, keep their mental intact.
Yeah.
And, just do things that really pour into yourself, as we said.
Yeah.
So I want to congratulate you on your recent EP drop, Identity Crisis, which is such a fire title. Can you tell me like the inspiration behind that title specifically?
Yes. You got some good questions.
Thank you.
So Identity Crisis kind of, I'm mixed, Black and Mexican. And so I kind of always grew up not feeling Black enough or Mexican enough. And my mom is not traditionally Mexican. So, culturally, we grew up with Black food and Black music. And just, that's what I, am close to. I don't speak Spanish. So I feel like my whole life I've kind of been, people have told me who I am instead of me telling people who I am.
Gotcha.
And I think identity crisis looks different on everyone. Like, am I woman enough? Am I strong enough? Am I, I think we're constantly transforming and being introduced to these new parts of ourselves, and we may not like them. And so it was kind of just, being mixed was the foundation. And I was like, how can I expand on that so everyone can relate to it? And so the project was just like different identity crisis that I've had in my head and in my mind. And
Yeah, gotcha. What do you hope that fans like take away from listening to your project specifically?
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Okay.
I guess what I would want them to take away is to extend grace. I think that's an extremely hard thing to do, especially with cancel culture.
For sure.
I don't like that, but
For sure.
But I think it's really hard to extend people grace and yourself grace, and I would want people to heal and accept every part of themselves, whether it be ugly or beautiful, and kind of just be an acceptance of that.
Gotcha. So on the EP, you have an amazing feature with PHABO called In This Bed. If you could collaborate with anyone, any green collaborations for right now, or just in the future, who would it be?
That's a long list. Definitely Beyonce.
Just name a few.
Definitely Beyonce.
Fire.
Acting wise, I really love Margot Robbie. Why can't I not think of any actors right now?
It always happens that way, just drawing blanks.
Because there's definitely actors who I'm like, him. Denzel, of course, he's...
Well, he just said he was about to retire, so we got about 7. He said he's giving 7 good movies to a few folks before you peak right out. But that would be fire, honestly. I feel like, obviously working with legends, whether it be in acting or in music, obviously brings like more inspiration and more out of you as far as like, being in those rooms and being with people that you aspire to be artists, in the artist frame, if you will. Okay, so we're going to play like a quick little game.
All right.
It's called You Have the Aux Chord, and I play this here with all of my guests. So basically, I'm going to give you a few scenarios, and you have the aux chord, and you have to tell me the first song that comes to mind that you would play while you're on the aux. Ready?
I feel confident.
Perfect. Okay, so you have the aux chord, and you're in your trailer on set. What you going to play?
Oh, it depends on the mood I am. Is it a hard scene? Is it sad? Is it upbeat?
You choose.
Oh.
Let's say a hard scene.
Okay.
How do you get into character?
Oh, okay. I listened to a lot of Billie Eilish, What I Was Made For one scene I had, just because
I can see how it can get a little dark.
It got dark in there. I was like, what was I made for? But I was like, pouring it into the scene. I was like, yes.
So that's real. That's so real. Okay, you're on a road trip with your girlfriend.
Oh.
You have the aux chord. One song.
Damn, that's a good question. That's a good one. Deja Vu, Beyonce.
Good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That beat. Whew.
Yeah.
So hard. So hard. Okay, you have the aux chord, and you need to play something for motivation or inspiration.
Ooh. I'd probably play Ella. Just a lot of Ella Fitzgerald.
That's awesome.
I think she has an insane range and her low tone and just how she plays with melodies. That would definitely be like,
Yeah.
I love how so many like pinpointed legends like inspire you and just like, you know, the names that you've run off. And I can really see how that's like kind of also apparent in your music as far as identity crisis is concerned as well. Okay, so the next scenario is you're feeling a little spicy. You have the aux chord. A little spicy.
dang, I can't just say all Beyonce. I was gonna say Freakum Dress, but
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
But we can go, you can give another
Okay, spicy.
else comes to mind.
dang, okay, no, I got it. Spice. Okay, only coming to me is like Naughty Girl and Freakum Dress.
That's literally acceptable.
Okay.
Especially
Quite
Naughty Girl.
acceptable.
Yes.
Yes. And then our last one is you have the aux chord and you're in the sentimental mood.
Sentimental mood. Wow, these are. I shouldn't be as confident as I was because clearly this is taking a while. Sentimental. Oh, Keisha Cole Love.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That has like also obviously recently resurfaced and has been going
Yeah.
crazy. You can have kids singing to the top of their lungs.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so that concludes our game of You Have the Ox, and that concludes the interview portion of orientation. Thank you so much for sitting down with us and being a part of orientation insertion class. We appreciate you being
Of
here.
course, thank you.
Thank you. So we just wrapped up our interview, and we want to take this time to welcome Jazlyn Martin to the orientation stage, sponsored by Bellos Audio.
Go and check your message, baby. Picked up something special and it's waiting for you. Know you like it natural, baby. Don't need nothing extra just to get you in the mood. I'll love you in different ways. I'll touch you in different ways. I'll please your mind in ways. If I do, will you stay? I could give you all of me, but I guess I'm too afraid. I'll let it won't be. Will this make you want me more? I give you what you're craving for. I've seen men leave if I don't please. You know that my love runs deep. I lose myself to make you complete. Would you rather plant your seed? Go with me. I guess we'll wait and see. Take me on a trip. Got me losing grip of reality. If you let me, I'll be your peace. And everything you want, baby boy, I got it. Make me reach my peak without climbing no mountain. Strip your ego and dress it from the start. Caress it like it's art. Possessive of my art in different ways. I'll touch you in different ways. I'll please your mind in ways. If I do, will you stay? I could give you all of me, but I guess I'm too afraid. Will this make you want me more? If I give you what you're craving for. I've seen men leave if I don't please. So you know that my love runs deep. I lose myself to see. I guess we'll wait and 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 see. Submissive, letting go the resistance, letting down my defenses. I let you in cause you listen. No longer at war, you show me the difference. You're the piece of my peace, have all my attention. Safe within your arms, you learn to love me right. You showed me my own light. Surrender if you like. For you I laid my weapons down. So why would I go, why would I leave? Not usually it's soft to see in this bed. All that I need, wrapped in these sheets. Cover me in this bed. Why would I go, why would I leave? Not usually it's soft to see in this bed. All that I need, wrapped in these sheets. Cover me in this bed.
Tell me about your day, tell me how you are. Are there any problems that your life for me to? Last night when I prayed, couldn't even complain. Want you to know this world is all yours. How I'm supposed to keep you safe when you're so dangerous? And telepathically we speak the same language. That raw emotion I can feel when we're hanging. I'm letting love take control, yeah. We made this bed, so why would I go? Why would I leave?
Not usually it's soft to see in this bed. All that I need, wrapped in the sheets. Cover me in this bed. Why would I go? Why would I leave? Not usually it's soft to see in this bed. All that I need, wrapped in the sheets. Cover me in this bed. Don't wanna leave this bed, but to be with you instead. Love how you make the hard things simple. All my fears can be erased, even when I'm not my best. 'Cause you love me more than that. I know better.
I know you.
I know
You don't need no one else.
Hope it lasts forever. You know I ain't yours, so don't you sweat me. All that big money talk, it don't impress me. I can't take you serious cause you're too messy. Living in your head rent free. Not my type, don't you ever think I'm staying for the night. I don't care about the fancy things you buy. Cop some designer, now you thinking that you fly. I can just tell that you've been a lame all your life. Thinking that I want you? Hell no. Got me in your close friends? Hell no. You don't show emotion? Hell no. And you be on some hoe shit? Hell no. Always in some drama. Hell no. Still live with your mama. Hell no. And you wanna control me. Hell no. And you don't even read. I get check blues off of entertainment. Beautiful girl, but you should see all my investments. Day after day working, it took patience. Nothing like them goofies you've been with, I'm far from basic. I could get that Louis if I want, you can't bag me. What I look like flying out on coach, I'm too classy. Pulling up in Teslas, baby, can't gas. I could put you up on games when I'm daddy. Thinking that I want you? Hell no. Got me in your close friends? Hell no. You don't show emotion? Hell no. And you be on some hoe shit? Hell no. Always in some drama? Hell no. Still live with your mama?